Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of The Tea Room. In this week's episode, we have our first guest appearance, which we're so excited about. You may know her as Sox The Stallion or Sox Sausage and Steve, but she is also known as Tanya. We hope you enjoy the episode. Okay, we are here with Tanya and Sox. Yay! We've made it down the 3-hour journey. We've done it. Okay, so let's just go straight into it.
Okay.
So tell us a bit about you, how you came to get Sox.
Okay, so at the time I was working at a riding school. I worked at a riding school in Gloucester, and I was teaching a lady's children, and eventually we kind of became friends, and then I started teaching her kids at her house, and she had land and she had a lot of stallions and she bred. So then I started riding a horse, he's breaking the stallions in. At the time, Sox wasn't there. He'd been sent away to be broken because he was obviously such a handful.
Yeah.
So he wasn't there. So I broke a few of the horses. And anyway, he came back and he wasn't broken. And he was always, for some reason, in this stable that was shut up because he was quite aggressive, like at the bars. And I thought, oh, I'm not touching that. I'm not killing myself. So I stayed away from him for a long time. And then I used to feel a bit sorry for him. So I'd like go and give him carrots. And then I just kind of made friends with him in his stable. Yeah. And then I was like, well, do you know what I mean? I'll see what he's like. So I took him out to lunge him. He was a lunatic on the lunge. As soon as you clipped him on, he nearly ran backwards, ran over, because he'd just been, no, don't bite people. Just because he'd been lunge non-stop.
Yeah.
So then I started long reining him, which he loved. So I started hacking him out around the road, like, you know, long reining him around the road. Yeah. And because he'd never really been anywhere or done anything, he loved it.
Yeah.
So for a few months, I just long reined him around the roads. And then one day, it was raining, and I thought, you know what, sod it, I'm going to get on him. So I got all my long reins off, wrapped them around me like I was a cowgirl. Leant over him, he bucked a few times, and then I literally leant over him, stop biting us up, still laying down on him, and walked him home just down the lane, like laying down, because I was petrified, because I was like, he's going to kill me. And I got off and I was like, Joe, I've just ridden Sox. And she was like, what? I was like, I've just ridden him. And then I started doing that, long reining him out, getting on him, walking back. And I just took it really, really slowly. And then I'd take him in the school, walking round and out, because he was scared of the school because he'd done so much work with him in the school. So he freaked out in the school. So I'd like walk round, walk out. The next day I'd trot, walk out, and just took it step by step. And from that day, he's not put a foot wrong.
And how was he at that time?
I can't remember exactly, but he'd be about 5, possibly 5, 6, possibly.
So you've had him for a long time then.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. And then I couldn't buy him outright because I was poor. So I had to work him off. Yeah. So I carried on riding for the lady for a few years. So by the time I got full ownership, it would have been too late to geld him anyway. Because a lot of people ask me about gelding and this.
Yes, we'll go on to that.
Yeah. So that's why I never ended up doing it, because it was too late by then. And I'd started competing him. His first competition was a 105 at Hartbury. He'd never done anything, and I was late for the discovery and stuff because I was young then and I started drinking. So I was late for it, and he just jumped round. He'd only been to one summer house once before to hire the arena. That's it. Yeah. And then I took him there in the warm-up full of other horses, and then, honestly, he jumped round like a professional, went clear, and I said to my not husband at the time, I need to buy this horse now. Like, he was just...
When you know, you know.
I just knew.
Your hot horse.
And then he just went up the levels, 105, 110, 120, 130, and he just went up till he did a leg, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He did a back leg, and then his show jumping, he was up, because he'd never said no to me before, and then he started getting a bit iffy about the jumping.
Yeah.
So then I knew that was it, because he'd never said no. He'd always tries his hardest for me. And then I took him team chasing, which he loved.
Yeah.
Obviously, I was petrified the first time he went.
Oh, I'd be petrified. I don't know how people do that.
Like, because he's so funny in his mouth, you can only have something really gentle in his mouth. He's so sensitive to ride. So I went team chasing in a snaffle. Everyone's like, what are you doing?
What we've seen. Yeah, everyone's when you do that and you're literally in the bare minimum tap.
Yeah, because he doesn't like anything different. Yeah,
and you couldn't do that on most horses. So
exactly, and that's why anything like he has to have a certain saddle pad. Anything weird, doesn't like. He doesn't like overreach boots. I had to get someone to take them off at a show once. He just likes, you know, he's very quirky. Yeah, and he's very quirky.
Yeah.
But once you know him, he's unbelievable.
And it sounds like you do know him inside out.
Inside out. And I knew when I put him on the internet, I would get judgment.
Yeah.
But he's not horrible. He's
Yeah.
not dangerous. He's the most gorgeous horse. I've worked with horses for 25 years and I've known lots of quirky horses, you know, and he's just very unique.
Yeah.
But he's just gorgeous.
Literally look at him.
And he's not, you know, and the main thing that upset me about coming on the internet, I can understand, he needs to be castrated. You can't castrate him at his age.
No, that would just be dangerous.
And it would be dangerous, yeah, and I love him. So that's why I haven't castrated him. But then now they're going on to I abuse him. Do you know what I mean? And that's what's upsetting now.
Yeah.
You can have your opinion and say you shouldn't have his balls. Fair enough.
Yeah.
You can have that opinion. I almost agree. Do you know what I mean? But I've managed him. It's been 17 years of wonderfulness, of competitions, never any incidents. And I'm just getting all this hate for this gorgeous horse.
And that's what we kind of wanted to say is when did you kind of get to a point on the internet when you were sharing your videos, when you started noticing, oh, okay, I'm kind of getting a lot of negativity here? When was that kind of, or that first comment when you thought, oh, this isn't the reaction I thought I was going to get?
Well, at first I had a lot of good stuff, and then for about 1 week it upset me, and I just thought, this isn't very nice, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. And then I looked at their profiles, I looked at the type of people they were. There's always people like that in life. In every walks of life you do, there's always people like that. And I just thought, you know what, I'm doing it, I'm going to do it more. So then I started doing satire stuff, saying this is how a stallion should behave when he's cutting around, just to wind them up. and it works,
isn't it? It is to wind people up.
Yeah, because they only see those like little clips of it, not
exactly
what he's like now.
Yeah, and anyone that can judge, thinks they can judge and have the intelligence to judge someone off a clip on the internet, they're not that intelligent. Everyone knows that. You've got to be with the horse, feel it, know it. And the fact that in real life, I've never had one complaint.
Yeah, that's what
that's what
not
we were
one.
going to say. Have you ever gone to a show and got this negativity in real life?
Never. Not once, never. When I take him to the stud to cover, he is a nightmare. It is embarrassing. I'm the only one that handles him, and it is embarrassing. He goes all over and he's up in the air. That's embarrassing. And the girls say, Tan, this is the craziest horse we've had. And I'm like, I know. But that's it. Do you know what I mean? That's it. And but they still collect from him and we still laugh about it. It's just Sox. I can't explain. Like all my vets and farriers. The farrier does him when I'm not here. He'll just stand not tied up. And they're all like, what's going on the internet with Sox? And I'm like, I know.
It's crazy.
Nobody can understand it. Everyone that knows him, they just think it's hilarious.
I know. It's just trolls behind a screen.
Yeah.
Like, they would never come up to you and say anything in person.
No, because there's nothing to say, though. Like, there's nothing to say apart from, maybe you should have his balls
And
off.
like we said, it's 5 seconds, 30 seconds of your whole day. It's like Love Island, isn't it?
Exactly.
You're literally seeing a 1 hour clip of a 24-hour day.
Yeah, exactly. Like the 2 seconds, if I worked him down to his field now, he'd scream for 4 to 5 strides.
Yeah.
Then I'd edit at that and make it look worse. But he's been dopey all day. He's been dopey in his field. And they just think that's his life. And
that's the thing. We've been sat here now. Before we turned up, we saw Tanya walk down the road on a loose rein. Dog behind.
She was anything.
Yeah. You would never know.
No. And he's like that. He gets a bit sparked up at a competition, but he's chatty. He's very vocal, and a lot of people, for some reason, it scares them. No, exactly. He has literally got personality.
And so what do you think of the term? A lot of people say rage bait to you. What do you think of that term?
Well, if rage bait is posting his good and his bad, well, then that could be rage bait. But I will post his good and his bad. I'm not going to edit it and just post his good stuff.
Yeah, like
which everybody does.
Yeah, everybody.
It's so unreal.
It is so.
It's so fake, like social media. You're just showing like the real stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just.
And it's not. Horses are naughty sometimes. He is naughty sometimes. Sometimes if I get on him and take him out into that field, he'll have a little bronk, not to get me off, but a little boing boing.
Yeah. But he's a horse.
And I'll put it
excited.
Yeah, and I'm not ashamed to show that. I will put things on the internet because I think it's on the internet now. It's so false, so edited. And it's just not real life. And anyone in the real life horse world can see, this is reality. And horses are naughty sometimes. And I'm not ashamed of it. And I will continue showing it.
Preach.
Good. Preach that, sis.
No, I literally will. I'm not ashamed at all.
And it is crazy because when you go through your comments and you click on these profiles, most of them are very small children, which is so worrying.
For the future.
Exactly. Like, that's what you're like at 13 years old. What are you going to be like on a livery yard at 30 years old,
Yeah,
you're going to be a monster.
Yeah, well, I've worked in the industry for 25 years, and I know top grooms that are leaving the industry because of the people. I know farriers that are leaving the industry. I know people that stop selling horses because of the people.
Yeah.
I know kids that I've taught to ride and have grown up have quit riding because of the bullying. But the equestrian world is awful.
Yeah.
Really
and it is
bad.
bullying.
It's
a big
It is
word,
definitely
but
got worse than when
the comments
we were
that you
young.
get, they are bullying.
But it's low level equestrians. I'm not being rude here.
No,
Yeah,
but
no,
that's
it's
exactly.
so
It's
true.
low level
Yeah.
equestrians that don't compete, you know, just like mess around with their horses,
Yeah.
and then they are judging anyone that competes their horses or at a certain level know how hard it is to get a horse to a competition, to care for it, to pay for it. It costs. I've had to have 2 or 3 jobs my whole life while I looked after my horses. You know what I mean? It's a lot of money. I would never judge anybody because every situation's different. Every horse is different. You don't know what's going on at home. Like, and for somebody to pinpoint you on the internet and say, well, the stuff I've been called, right? I've been called a mouldy cheese, a mouldy floor biscuit, whatever that is.
What does that mean?
I'm a sandwich, like they call me crazy, which I am a bit, but do you know what I mean? Like, oh, there's something wrong with her. The offensive things they say, and I'm just like, you don't even know me.
No.
You know nothing about my history, the horse's history, and especially when that influencer came on. We won't say names, but she made one video about me and I ignored it. Then she made another, and then I heard she was crying on the internet saying everybody's bullying. And I was like, you're doing it to me. Like,
this is exactly what we thought. Is by making that video, you're sending your fans or whatever you want to call them to your page
to hate me,
to hate you. So,
and that is targeted bullying.
It is.
So and that's why I said, stay in your own lane. Stop looking at my stuff. I don't look at your stuff. If you don't like it, don't look at it.
And the thing is, it's not just you that she's done it to. It's another big influencer. That she's done it to as well now. And that big influencer hasn't even retaliated. She stayed completely quiet, which I think is a good way to go. But
well, I just had to put her back in the box because I was like, hang on, you've got followers, you've got a lot of followers. This is your bullying now, because it is bullying if you sit there and make a video about somebody and say, oh, Sox The Stallion's owner. I'm like, hang on.
No, and that's the thing. They're not even making it about the horse. They're making it so about you as well.
And then I responded and I said, I don't know what you're having a go at me for, because there is no clear picture here. She still can't say what she had to go at me for. There's no.
It's just judgment and views.
Yeah, exactly.
She's hopping on the train.
She definitely is, but it's just
so
the world we live in.
It is the world we live in. We live with not very nice people, and you have to just learn to
and social media as well.
Live with them. It's awful. It's evil. Like you go on to have a look on some of my comments and look at, they have made pages of hate. Tanya's horse is crying. She needs to have it taken off. It's a welfare issue.
I know.
Like, come on, guys. Have you seen what he looks like? In fact, we're going to get him out in a minute. And you're going to look what he looks like. It's a joke.
His coat, his condition, he's perfect. You should see the surroundings we're in right now and call it abuse. You literally can't.
He lives out 24/7 because it stresses him in the stable. So he
like
has he has a summer field, a winter field. He has all the rugs. Like, I treat him like an absolute king. All the supplements. Oh, Stephen! Oh, Steve! Steve, come here. Steve, come here.
Oh, hello, Steve. The other star of the show.
Steve, come here. Right, sit down, Steve.
Oh, what a good boy. Can I just say, we couldn't hack out with our dogs just following on the road.
Oh, he's brilliant.
He's such a good boy.
He won't leave my side though. He's obsessing me. Wherever I go, he has to come. So I can't train. His mum, I train to stay here, but he has to come with me. But he's so good.
How old is he?
He's about 2 now. Coming up for 2 in October, aren't you?
You are lovely.
You have to check the sheep, aren't you?
And has all this hate affected you personally? Has there been a point where you thought, do you know what, I'm not going to post this anymore?
It's made me stronger. Like, literally, for 1 week, I said it's literally made me mature as a person, because I can either shrink away and think this isn't very nice, or I just think, sod you all. Like, if this horse was at the beginning of his career and he was acting like this, I can understand the hate. But he's done. It's 17 years of hundreds of shows with no incidents. That's my point. The proof is in the pudding.
And I think that is a big point, that nothing's ever happened at a show for you. You've
Never.
never had a big incident. No one's ever got injured.
No, nothing happened ever.
Yeah.
The worst show was the last one I went to, you know, when my saddle slipped. That's literally hands down the worst he's ever been, ever. And because my saddle slipped, because it was a different number, because I hadn't got the right number. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and that's the worst he's ever been. And all he did was a little and then he was fine.
It wasn't anything major.
Yeah,
We've seen a lot worse.
The horses do it all the time. If you go into a show jumping arena, people, the bucking, the falling off, chasing arenas.
Yeah. Oh,
I've seen horses all over the place.
I've seen videos.
Yeah, and there's just little socks on the bit, like sometimes whinnying into other people, following all the other horses. Like, he's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Do you think that if he wasn't a stallion, do you still think you would get like the same like comments and hate, or do you think it's because he's a stallion that they make it such a big thing?
Yeah, I think they dramatise it because he's a stallion.
Yeah.
I think literally that's the only reason.
Which is ridiculous.
And
They're
most
being
people
stallionists.
have never handled a stallion before in their life, and they're making all these comments.
Exactly, and they have no clue. That's why my stallion man in what's it called, the Texas man. Have you seen he stuck up for it? There was a cowboy. You might not have seen it. I'll have to show you. But he breeds and has loads of stallions, and he stuck up for me and said, "What are you mean girls all saying? She handles a stallion better than you've probably never handled a stallion."
Yeah.
Like
Literally.
And that's the thing. Even the TikTok we posted, I mean, don't get me wrong, we got a few comments, but most of them were people have never handled a stallion, so you wouldn't know. Like, they're a whole other level.
Yeah,
They really are.
Yeah, you have to be on the ball all the time. Or, like for me, it's I almost wish you wasn't. But like when you go to a show, you have to be awake all the time.
Yeah.
And it's not relaxing, and you do have to be on the ball and notice everything he does. But that's the only quirk. Apart from that, he's the best horse I've ever had, hands down.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And that says a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
and that's why I
lovely.
thought I want to breed for him. And I only bred him because people came to me and said, I've seen him going up the grades locally.
Yeah.
How's he bred? Can I have a foal? So I only did selected few because my intention was not, I'm not a breeder.
So how many has he had then?
He's had 6.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And you've got one?
I've got one, and then he's got one competing at the moment, and then the rest are just starting to be broken or coming up to be broken. So he's not...
More Soxes in the world.
Yeah.
People will say it's not what we need, but we disagree.
And and I've had quite a few people asking, like quite around the world now, if I could they could use him. So I'm going to get him tested to see his fertility's and then because everyone says I took him off the AES register, which because he wasn't breeding anymore.
Yeah.
So then you just get him put back on and he can breed again.
Okay.
So,
that's amazing.
Wow.
If he's fertile, we're gonna use him again. I'd like another foal out of him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how are you?
Yeah.
You need one from him.
Yeah. Well, I've got Sausage, and Sausage is lovely, but he's really relaxed, and I like a spicy horse.
I love a spicy
You're
horse.
like Drew, and I'm more like, no, give me the sausage.
Yeah, his horses pick horses. Yeah, Sausage will stand still till you ask him to move, where Socks will go till you ask him to stop.
Yeah,
and that I like that. I like them to ears like. Every time I ride Socks, ears pricked. Yeah. He's just brilliant. Everywhere I go, he's always happy, never says no, and that's what I like in a horse. Yeah.
No,
he's perfect for you.
Yeah.
Busy and that's all that matters.
Yes, he is.
If you could clear the air on one misconception or drama, what would it be?
That he's stressed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Honestly, that stresses me out. The stress wrinkles. I'm like,
surprised.
Right, so tell me, guys, if a stress wrinkle appears in his eye, what do you want me to do? Get off him and put him back in his field?
The number one comment is you can see it in his eyes.
We
can personally say he has the kindest, calmest eyes I've ever seen.
You left him there where he was stood then. He was absolutely fine.
No, he's not stressed. That's it. It's not stress. He's the happiest. I keep him for a stallion living out 24/7.
Yeah.
A lot of them are kept inside and turned out that they have limited turnout. I think he's got the best life. Obviously, he can't go in with another horse, but Sausage doesn't. He stands next to another horse. Yeah. Some people keep the horses like that.
Ours is kept in an individual field, but next to it.
Yeah,
I think most horses are.
Yeah, because otherwise they get attached, and it's in the modern world. It's difficult when you're riding them, so that's why. So apart from that, him having contact with other horses, that's it. But he goes hacking with other horses side by side, and he goes to shows, so he is around them. He just doesn't get to nibble them or whatever they want to do. I don't know.
Well, sometimes he does.
Yeah.
Do you do a natural cover or?
No, it's just AI.
Yeah.
No, he's so embarrassing. Like when you go to the dummy, he doesn't go on the back of it. He goes all the way round it. He
Yeah.
gets excited. He's in the front. Like he is very embarrassing. And then he falls asleep in it when he's finished, and I have to
Oh.
drag him off.
Oh, okay. Typical man then. A typical man.
Typical man. But, yeah, no, he wouldn't do live covering. No, I think he would get kicked.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's what we want. More babies out of him.
Yeah.
I saw
So
that grey
beautiful.
one on TikTok, that dapple grey.
That's coming up, yeah.
Oh.
She's an up and coming one, yeah. No, yeah, you all need a foot socks baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do. We'll leave one.
We need another horse anyway, because the two of us, we've only got one.
Yeah,
Oh, that's no good.
I know.
No.
We need one
Are
each.
you sisters or friends?
Sisters.
Oh, are you? Are you? Who's the older one? Or
Me.
Charlie.
by how long?
4 years,
years.
and then so there's me, and then we've got another sister Molly, and then Drew, and then we've got a brother called Jesse as well.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Big family, that's good.
But yeah,
Very
so it's
big.
only us that ride out of them. Molly and Jesse not interested at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then, yeah, I lost my horse Dylan last year and then didn't even think about another one at all.
Yeah.
And then it was in March this year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Our mum literally sent us a WhatsApp, like a Facebook video, and was like, oh, this looks really nice. Well, she wasn't even 3.
She was 2.
She was
Yeah.
2, unbroken. A week later, she was in the stable.
Nice.
It was like,
Yeah.
oh,
She's really nice.
oh, she's lovely.
So
isn't
you've not
she?
broken her in
No.
next year?
In February, I
think
think.
so,
We've
yeah.
not done long reining and stuff like that, but I won't get
Yeah.
on her till February.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's just
she's
so
strong enough.
sweet.
But
But
she seemed quite quirky.
do you think? Oh God, not.
I feel like she's gonna have something in her. She's been really, really good, like the whole process of like on the ground. But I feel like when I get on,
She might
might be
wake
a
up
she'll
a
have
different
something,
story.
which I like because I like a.
quirky
Girl.
horse. Yeah,
Yeah.
you like a spicy horse, yeah.
It's because I used to do racing, like horse racing. I used to train
Oh,
race
there
horses.
you go. So you
Yeah.
know.
So
That's
I
what
know.
that's what I'm like. So at a race yard, this is the donkey.
Yeah, literally.
This is
This
the
is
donkey.
what Drew
So
said.
I work at race yards. They don't stand still. They
Not
rear
at
up.
all.
A few of ours are so quirky. They have to be in front. If anything goes past them, they'll
No,
plant.
that's literally what.
Yeah,
it's
like
yeah.
even at a race, we have to go down before at the race, and we have to walk. Like so quirky.
Yeah.
And when they're telling me this is quirky, I'm like, no,
No, there's a lot worse.
no. Like yeah, there's about 4 horses where I work that are awful, and he would be the donkey. Everyone would want to ride him at the race
Yeah.
yard.
Yeah.
So that's why if anyone's worked in racing, I get no judgment from them because they're
No.
like, that's not a
Because you
naughty
know-
And
horse.
that's exactly what you said.
Yeah.
But even when you've watched him be quirky, you said
It's
that's
just
literally
normal.
no different to
No.
what I've worked with.
Literally.
Yeah, yeah. See, that's what I like, proper riders. Real riders.
What is the craziest rumor you've heard or seen about yourself
About myself, oh,
or socks?
I don't. Just the fact that I abuse him, that's the craziest rumor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I mentally abuse him and he's chronically stressed. I just don't know. I just think I don't know how I'm supposed to. Are you mentally abused? No.
No.
Chronically
No.
stressed?
Are you stressed?
Is that a stress ring club of his eye? I don't know. That,
Oh, what
yeah, so
happened?
half-
You are 20 now, so it
Yeah.
might just be.
what are all these
an eye
girls
twinkle.
doing? These girls at your stable.
It's like, what are you doing?
We've just got a few quick fire questions for you.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Mare or gelding?
Or stallion?
Either.
Or
Either.
stallion?
Either. It's a personality for me. Either.
Perfect. Black or brown tack?
Ooh, probably black.
Black.
Show jumpery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bay or chestnut?
Chestnut.
Chestnut.
It used to be a bright bay, my favourite horse, till socks.
Ah,
And obviously now it's chestnut.
obviously. Yes, we're talking about you.
Jumping or dressage?
Jump him.
Much more fun.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It
I
is.
feel like dressage. Obviously I'm not slating dressage and I do it on him now, but I feel like it's almost warming up for jumping. Then
Yeah.
you don't do anything.
No, literally, I had this horse and she was 13. She only done hacking. We'd done 2 years of dressage before I could do any sort of jumping.
Oh,
It does. It just sets them up.
Yeah, it sets them up well, but it's not as fun.
It's not fun.
No.
It's way more fun jumping.
Mucking out or tack cleaning?
Neither. Tack cleaning.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Neither or both. I don't know. I'm not that fussy. I'm not that fussy.
Hacking or schooling?
Depends what mood I'm in. Depends what mood I'm
Yeah.
in. Sometimes I get bored of hacking. And sometimes I get
No.
bored of the skill, so it depends what mood.
I do feel like schooling, you have to be in the zone.
You have to be in a good mood.
Yeah, and you want to work and make the horse work. It definitely does depend on your mood.
Yeah. And if you want to just get them exercise, you're going to hack.
Yeah. Okay, if you could have anyone come and ride Sox, who would it be?
You.
I don't think I'd be very good.
No, I don't know. Obviously, I've asked Millie.
Yeah.
I'd love her to come because she, in my mind, is a proper horse person.
Yeah.
She's actually show jumped probably on the same circuit that I did because
Yeah.
she's done the second rounds and things. So she's a show jumper.
And have
So
you
she can
had
ride.
any reply from
Not yet, but I'm waiting.
Millie? We're waiting. She actually followed us the other day.
Oh,
Yeah, fingers crossed. Come on, Millie.
Because I just think she'd see what. No, I want more people to come and see what she's actually like in the flesh, rather than this absolute nonsense on the internet. So.
Definitely.
Thank you guys for watching today's episode. We hope you enjoyed it. We also want to say thank you to Tanya for letting us interview her.
And yeah, we really hope you enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to follow us on socials at the Tea Room Podcast with 2 T's. We just remind people that the podcast is about igniting conversation in the equestrian community and not confrontation.
No.
We're a neutral ground and we understand this is a controversial topic, but yeah, this is a safe space for discussion.
Yeah.
So we hope to see you in next week's episode.
Bye.